Think of the 1% solution. 1% solution looks like this. If you change the organization just 1% per day, the organization will be twice as good in about 3 months. Same as you personally. If your behaviors change 1% a day, you're going to be twice as good in 3 months. If you change 1% a week, the organization will be twice as good in about 2 years. Well, that's not bad. The 2 years is going to pass anyway. Why not get started now? Pick the low-hanging fruit. Don't be overwhelmed. Look at your people plan and choose the most pressing people issue to be addressed. So that's probably going to be a negative one. Also choose the most positive. So that means look at your bottom box people, the ones that really do need a solution and that you're going to have to intervene in those situations. But also look at your top box people who need encouragement and who need to know that you really value them. Now it's time to take a step and schedule one conversation. You don't have to do it all at once. Just schedule one conversation. Decide when you'll have that first conversation. Make an appointment with the person. Make it today. Now, if it's going to be a difficult conversation, do yourself a favor and take my course on dealing with underperformers first. If you're really comfortable with engaging in difficult conversations, then dive in and address your bottom boxers. But I would actually recommend that you make your first conversation or two, make them positive ones. So you may have difficult conversations to undertake, but ease yourself into the process by beginning with some positive ones. It'll encourage you. You'll get to understand the tool. You'll figure out how to walk through the tool with people, and you'll get better at it, and you'll be much more prepared when you need to sit down and have a more difficult conversation. Just start chipping away. Once you've completed your first conversation, move on to the next person on the people plan. Do a positive one. Do 2 or 3 positive ones. Get comfortable with the tool and then maybe take on a more challenging conversation. Manage by spoon. Use the 1% solution and get twice as good as you are today quickly. And I can promise you, if you're like the companies that I deal with, you'll find that B players often didn't even know they were B players and want to change immediately because they're good people. And you'll see immediate improvements in those people getting into the A box. You'll also see some people very quickly starting to self-select out once they find out you're serious. Bottom boxers, where they say, man, the heat is too much here. There's too much transparency. I'd rather work elsewhere. And they leave. That's a win for you. But you're going to see your culture immediately start to transform as soon as you start to use that star chart tool. So get started on it today. Wherever you're at, get started today. In this module, you learn the detailed go-forward plan for each box on the star chart. You learn to manage either by shovel or by spoon. You learned the 1% solution to growing your team. You learned how to implement your development plan with the team. Here's what you learned in this course. You learned why it's so important to put right people in right seats. You learned how to assess your people and their seats. You learned how to star chart your existing team. And you learned how to build a people development strategy. So you know how to do it. Now it's time to put this plan into action. Plot your people, have a conversation, get going, and see your culture turn into an amazing culture that's going to attract and retain star players. Good luck!